You got it. You're doing. Sorry, Alan. Don't mean to yell at you.
Y'all too. Remember, do something with your arms.
Okay. Okay. Speaking to that, did I do enough with my arms for BTC?
No, like I said.
Okay, so I should do more of that, kind of like.
Just in case our shot is like too low, like where you
I can hear you. I can hear you. I can hear myself too, but I can hear you. Yes.
Make sure your arms are similar.
Yes.
Kevin, can you drop?
Okay, like this. I'm gonna probably keep it like.
But I can hear everything else. I can hear myself, but it's fine.
Yeah.
Just a little bit on camera too.
Hey everyone, welcome to the Expansion Pack, where we talk about video games, comic books, anime, and more. I am your host, Andy.
And I'm Chris Nielsen. Let's get into the news. In our first story, Star Wars Battlefront 2 seems to be having some issues. The game seems to be turning into yet another game with microtransactions. EA announced a while back they were adding a loot box system for the game. After the beta of the game had released this weekend, a lot of fans of the game are mad about the system. Overall, the gameplay has a lot of fans enjoying it extremely. However, the loot boxes have eyebrows raising. Instead of cosmetic drops for these boxes, players are dependent on these boxes to craft and improve weapons. It seems to be the only way you can really advance in the game is through these loot boxes. For right now, the system doesn't seem to be a pay-to-play with real money just yet, but it does have a lot of people worried that it may become that. You collect star cards through these boxes, which can cause you to be pretty much better than someone without any star cards or not as many. Many fans are complaining about how long it takes for you to even unlock or receive a box. Taking the snail pace could take you thousands of hours to unlock everything. The full game comes out in November this year, so we will see how everything turns out. On the good side of this, we do know that Darth Vader is going to be in the game. That's a no-brainer, though. He had to be in the game.
I mean, why would you not have him in the game?
So that's a good bit of news. We get Darth Maul and Rey, too, so it's going to be fun.
Did you play Battlefront 1 the first
Yes,
one?
I did. I was disappointed. I was a big fan of Battlefront 2 way back on the PS2.
Really?
And it felt like such a hollow game, but I really think that Battlefront 2, they're really fleshing it out and going to make a big comeback, I guess.
That's good.
Yeah.
Kind of excited, kind of loot box not excited.
Yeah.
But in more uplifting news, Hulu has announced they will have 4 original esports programs from their new partner ESL. This is a huge deal for esports community and the advancement in it. The 4 programs will include Player v Player, a gamified debate show where popular casters, pros, or just influencers of the league will come together and debate on the hottest topics within the genre of esports. Next show is called Boot Camp, a weekly documentary type show following the professional CSGO team, the Immortals. You see the challenges they face through the perspective as all leads up to the IEM Oakland, which is a huge tournament for the game. The third show is Defining Moments, which the name speaks for itself. The show will discuss with everyone surrounding games, including the fans who played them, to discuss and debate about moments that define esports history. The last show is ESL Replay, a documentary-style replaying and recapping the most memorable moments for the most recent huge tournaments in the world, featuring games like CSGO, Dota 2, and PUBG. Now, as someone who wants a career in esports, I'm actually really excited to see like a company get on board with this.
I think it might become a more popular thing being attached to Hulu.
Yes.
I'm interested. I'm not that privy to esports, but this might get me into it, honestly. Yeah.
I hope so.
We'll see. To our old school PC gamers, this is a way throwback. Star Control 2 will be getting a sequel. After 25 years since the original game, the game creator, 25 years.
Yeah.
The creators have come together to finally make a sequel. The title of the game is hinted at being called Ghost of the Precursors. Within the announcement of the game, the creators have stated, pretty much ever since Star Control 2, fans have been politely asking us to create a sequel, sometimes begging for a sequel, even threatening us if we don't make a sequel. Our answer was always, we really want to do this, we just need to wait until the time is right. Well, the stars have finally aligned, so if any of you are excited for this news, I would suggest you guys go back and play the original game to get pumped for a game that's 25 years in the making. That's really interesting.
That is a very old game. I mean, it's not old, like in age, but it's old for gaming.
Yeah. Gaming is still like in its infancy. So 25 years since the original game, that's a big jump.
I'm excited. Last week we had rumors and leaks of the brand new spooky themed skins for Overwatch 2017 Halloween event. Well, leaks and much more were later confirmed to be true in the latest update. Yesterday the update went live and I rushed to my computer to go see if the skins were real. I was actually shocked to find more. Last week, there were images leaked of some of the skins which feature Mei as a Chinese vampire, Ganesh, Zenyatta, which seems to be a Cthulhu cultist, which it's a really cool skin, McCree as Van Helsing, which I got with my free Halloween box, and I'm very happy about
Look at you.
Symmetra as a dragon, yes, an actual dragon, and Reaper as Dracula. Now that the update is live, we also got legendary skins for Torbjorn as a Viking, which very excited for.
That makes sense.
Zarya as 80s workout star, and an Ana as a pirate. And confirming the skins I mentioned before, all new skins are legendary, so you better start playing, getting all those loot boxes before the event ends on the 1st of November. You don't want to miss any of the spookiness. These skins are awesome.
I love when games add Halloween DLC. They always get really creative when they do Halloween DLC.
The skins, all of them, in my opinion, look amazing. Like, my favorite one is Symmetra. Symmetra looks like a dragon, and her whole...
Oh, the dragon one? Gotcha.
Yeah, it looks so cool, and I'm very happy about it.
Now, for the last bit of news, it's cute, and I know it will have you going through a nostalgia trip. Tamagotchi will be celebrating its 20th anniversary with a brand new line of pets to play with. I know I probably forgot to feed my Tamagotchi more times than I can remember. However, the line is set to release on November 5th, and is also said to be a lot smaller than the original Tamagotchi you played with back in elementary school. The new toy will be selling for no more than $14.99. Instead of paging through menus trying to take care of your pet, the new device is a little simpler with only 3 buttons for hatching, feeding, and cleaning up your pet. But there's still some new features that will have parents back on the addictive track with their Tamagotchi. So make sure you pick one up and be the best or worst parent you can be. You know, I actually think a lot of people, you know, they forgot to feed it. Theirs is dead. Mine actually had a successful career in finance. No, I killed it.
Oh. I had hope. But
nah, that's fine. How was yours? Did you kill it? You just forget to feed it.
I had it at school, and I think someone stole it from my backpack.
Oh, that's horrible.
So I hope they took care of it.
Well, we can be better parents this time. All right, that's the end of this segment. Stay tuned for our comic book segment with Matt. See you soon.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Do you like sports? Do you like reading about sports? Then we got a sports blog just for you. Stay on my peripherals. That's not fun. Hitting the field.
The first student-run sports blog.
For sports fans.
By sports fans.
See, it's all about the product shot.
Where do you want me to stand?
Don't talk though. I want them to see the whole.
Hitting the field. We cover football. We cover basketball. And so much more.
He's out! By sports reporters. And Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting
the field!
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
What's going on, everyone? Welcome to Expansion Pack's Comic News. I'm Matthew Salavaria. Let's get started. New York Comic Con just passed, and we have a whole slew of news. One of those is from the Meet the Publishers panel, as Jim Lee and Dan DeNito share information about the up-and-coming Action Comics number 1000. The main story is being co-written by Action Comics writer Dan Jewitz, Superman writer Peter J. Tomisky, while there'll be other stories written by DC's President and Chief Creative Officer Jeff Johns. And Richard Donner, director of 1978's original and, in my opinion, best Superman film, Superman the Movie. Yeah, I said it, Man of Steel fans. Donner did it better than Snyder. Come at me. More DC news out of Comic-Con. We have announced the Flash War. Current Flash writer Joshua Williamson explained how he always gets asked, which is the better Flash, Barry Allen or classic Wally West. So he's going to use this story to address the fan debate. For those of you who don't know there are currently two Wally Wests within the DCU. The African-American Wally, who was introduced in the New 52 back in 2011, that many of you may know from the Flash show, and the classic Wally, who was the Flash from the time of Barry's death in 1986's Crisis on Infinite Earths, and up to Barry's revival in 2001 in Flash Rebirth. With classic Wally and Barry together, we will finally be able to see who is truly the fastest man alive. Flash War kicks off in the Flash Annual number 1 out this February. Our last bit of DC news out of Comic-Con is Batman Ninja, a new DC animated movie featuring the Dark Knight wielding a katana set in medieval-era Japan. The film is being directed by Jimby's Musada, JoJo's Bizarre Adventure creator, with character designs from Tasuka Akasa, best known for Afro Samurai. We only got a teaser poster with a release date of 2018. Now in Marvel news out of Comic-Con, we have some disappointing news for X-Men fans. With the release of Marvel Legacy relaunch, we have confirmed that some iconic deceased X-Men will be returning. These include Professor X, Wolverine, and the original Jean Grey, but disappointingly, no Cyclops. Editor-in-Chief Excel Amaloso responded to the fan question by saying there are currently no plans to bring back the adult version of Cyclops. The adult Cyclops was killed during the Death of X miniseries last year, and since then we have only had a young, time-displaced Cyclops who has teamed up with Marvel's champion. I know with the reveal of so many classic X-Men characters, fans, myself included, are begging Marvel to bring back Cyclops and redeem him after the villainous behavior of his back in the events of Avengers vs. X-Men. Other major Marvel comic announcement out of New York Comic Con is that we're getting a prequel to the groundbreaking Old Man Logan storyline, Old Man Hawkeye. Hawkeye is slowly losing his sight, but is still out to take on supervillains that killed the Avengers about 45 years prior, leaving only a few survivors. The story will take place 5 years prior to the events of Old Man Logan. Old Man Hawkeye is set for a release date January 2018. Lastly, in Marvel news, we have the return of one of the strongest Marvel characters, Adam Warlock. For those of you who don't know, Adam Warlock has for a long time been the one that possesses the Soul Infinity Stone, and has been gone for a long time now. Now with Marvel's Legacy relaunch, we will see Adam Warlock in Guardians of the Galaxy storyline, The Return of Adam Warlock, which begins in issue number 150, coming soon. Now lastly is for our pro list for today. Darkest Nights Metal number 3, Despicable Deadpool number 287, Amazing Spider-Man number 789, All New Wolverine number 25, Daredevil number 27, Miss Marvel number 23, Flash number 32, Detective Comics number 966, Mr. Miracle number 3, and Hal Jordan and the Green Lantern Corps number 30. That's all for today's comic news. We'll be back with more of the expansion pack right after this. Stick around.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Do you like sports? Do you like reading about sports? Then we got a sports blog just for you. Stay on my peripherals. That's not fun. Hitting the field.
The first student-run sports blog.
For sports fans.
By sports fans.
See, it's all about the product shot.
Where do you want me to stand?
Don't talk though. I want them to see the whole.
Hitting the field. We cover football. We cover basketball. And so much more.
He's out. By sports reporters and Meech.
What up? Watch the show and read the sports blog. Hitting
the field.
Today, when you have multiple devices at your fingertips, wouldn't it be great if you could run the software you need on all of them? Well, now you can. UCF Apps is a new and innovative way for you to access the applications that you need to get your coursework done from any PC, Mac, tablet, or smartphone. For more information or to give your input on UCF Apps, go to apps.ucf.edu. What are you waiting for? Start using UCF Apps today.
Hey, welcome back, guys. Now it's time for our discussion part where we kind of talk about something that happened in the news and bring it up. So I think we're going to do a combination of the esports and the New York Comic-Con. Maybe we're going to get some stuff in there. But I wanted to talk about the Hulu esports news story because I would love to have a career in esports. And that's something that our new guest today, Justin, has actually been a pro player for StarCraft 2 and did casting. And you went in to Korea and even casted there, right?
Yep, yes I did.
Oh, so maybe our expert can talk to us about esports and more. So with the Hulu story, how did that make you feel about it? Like, what kind of background can you give behind that? Is it a good thing? Is it like, it's not really going to help? Or what would you think by it?
Well, I guess my original thoughts on it when I first looked over the news and kind of saw that kind of thing, I'm very familiar with ESL. I have a lot of personal friends that work for the company, and I've kind of noticed the direction that they've gone in over the past 5 to 10 years. They're definitely a very professional company, definitely one of the top companies that does production in esports currently. And I think it's very good for both them and Hulu that they're kind of putting on these extra shows onto Hulu. My only concern is that not everybody in esports uses Hulu. I don't know the numbers behind that, but I know that the risk for them is that they're kind of gating a lot of this potential content for the teams behind the Hulu service. So that would be my main concern, but overall I think that if it gets other people outside of esports interested in esports, then that's something that would be really good overall for the scene, and it would kind of help strengthen both Hulu and ESL as a brand.
I do know because Spotify and Hulu just teamed up for like students that you can get both accounts, a Hulu account and a Spotify account for $5 a month. So I do know a lot of students our age play games, and I know I watch a lot of things on Twitch with esports in general. So I think I'm hoping like push that with Spotify. It seems like Hulu is taking the step to go beyond and actually get people to watch them. Whereas Netflix does it too, but Hulu is more of like TV, I would say, than movies and not doing original content. But this is an original content thing, and it's esports out of all things. So I'm hoping like the Spotify thing will influence people to buy it because, again, like I said, people our age, people our age are getting, they have Spotify, and so if there's a way to have Spotify and something extra cheaper, like they're gonna want to do it. That's what I would think. You just need a student email, I believe, and sign up through that, and that's how you get both. So
yeah, to speak to your point about like bringing people in that aren't savvy with with esports, that's where I'm coming from. But I have a Hulu account, and this is something that is something that I would actually look to. I would actually I would look into. Personally, I mean, it seems like the games that are